The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
There's an incredible story about the holy Reb Mottel Chernobyler, the Chernobyl Maggid. He was a son of the holy Reb Nachum of Chernobyl, who was a student of the Baal Shem Tov and the Maggid. And he's known as Reb Mottel. Reb Mottel Chernobyler, Reb Mordechai of Chernobyl, the Chernobyl Maggid. It's an amazing story about it. Mitzvah Shabbos, Jews suffer from what I call PSS, post-Shabbos syndrome. It's a difficult situation. The Jewish soul is somewhat melancholy. The Neshama Yisera leaves, that's why we smell psum. That's the reason why in Jewish communities, Mitzvah Shabbos came a night that you have to buy pizza. Why do you have to buy pizza, Mitzvah Shabbos? Why do you have to go out? Why can't you just stay home like you do on Tuesday night? And the answer is because there's a void that sets in when Shabbos leaves, and you need to fill the void. Now the truth is the void will not be filled through pizza, won't even be filled through bowling. The void that's missing is filled through other ways, but that's not our topic tonight. And different Jews had different responses to how they dealt with Mitzvah Shabbos. Reb Mottel Chernobyler would go out on a journey with a few of his Hasidim, a few of his Talmidim, a few of his disciples. They would get into a coach, into a wagon, led by a few horses, and they would go out to see God's world. It was already nighttime. Chernobyl is surrounded by big forests and wildlife, and they would go on a journey, Mitzvah Shabbos. Ear out, so to speak. One Mitzvah Shabbos, the Heilige Reb Mottel Chernobyl is on the wagon. A few of his students are with him. Now, those of you who are familiar with horses know what is the scariest thing for a horse. One of the scariest things for a horse is to encounter a wolf. Never mind a pack of wolves. When horses see a pack of wolves, it's extremely scary for them. Either they go aggressively wild, they escape, they flee, or they freeze, paralyzed. And suddenly, the horses carrying the wagon, the coach of Reb Mottel Chernobyler, come across a pack of wolves in one of the forests surrounding the Ukrainian city of Chernobyl. And naturally, the horses come to a halt and they freeze. And the Hasidim who observe this sight are panicking because they know that their life is in danger. Nobody knows what can happen now. The horses can attack, the wolves can attack. Reb Mottel gets down from the coach. He walks in front of the horses and he opens up his coat, his frak, his kapata, whatever he was wearing, opens up his shirt. He closes his eyes, and he goes into a dveikus, to a meditation, to a trance for a few minutes with his closed eyes. He opens his eyes, and the wolves start approaching him. One by one, each comes over, lifts up its head close to his heart, sniffs, and leaves. And after each of them does it, they leave and the pack of wolves disappears into the thicket of the forest, and the horses come back to themselves, and the journey moves on. And the Rebbe comes back into the coach, and the Hasidim look at him, and as good Hasidim, they say, Rebbe, mamash ha-moifus, mamash ha-miracle, mamash ha-miracle in front of our eyes. He says, nah, it was no miracle. They said, what were you doing there? He said, it's very simple. Animals respect the tselem Elokim in people. Animals are sensitive. They don't have our toxicity, traumas, yetzaharas. You ever saw what an impala does after a cheetah attacks it? It shakes for a minute, it releases the trauma, and the back, right? Doesn't carry it around for the next 45 years. Animals sense the tselem Elokim, and they're in awe. But they have to sense the tselem Elokim. They have to sense the image of God in you. How do they do that? The Heilige Reb Mottel of Chernobyl said, they smell your heart. If they feel hatred in your heart to anybody or anything, it means that my heart is not anymore a mirror of God's infinite love. But if they smell my heart and they sense that there's only love there, they know that I am a reflection of the Rabbi Shalom, and then they are in awe. So I opened my heart, I exposed my heart, Rachmana liba, and I closed my eyes. For a few minutes, I had to make sure that there is not a vestige of hatred in my heart. There's only love. And when I opened my eyes, the wolves came over, they smelled it, and they went away in peace and tranquility. So Reb Motala says, it's not a miracle. It's just the way the world works.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org